Okay, we're starting Sunday prep live. Alright, so damn, how do I get that link though for the fucking streaming though?
Is it on the YouTube channel?
Let's see.
They just open the stream and then just copy the URL.
Yeah, but I gotta switch over to my normal one. See, now it's showing it. Bam. Okay. Copy. Yeah. Alright, perfect. Perfect. Oh, there we go. Sunday prep. Let's see if it works. Alright, 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 alright. So let's get this here. Grab some drink and I'll be right back.
Alright, we're about to start in just a few minutes. Wait for people to join in. Start about 8:05.
What it do, what it do, what it do. Alright, you said what, start in another 2 minutes, yeah?
Yeah, sounds good.
Alright. That dude had that he had like that countdown that was dope. That I liked. Whenever he started, it's like starting session in like 5 minutes and it just has the countdown. Something I'm gonna look for as well. To see we can add that to the arsenal. Um yeah, man. Damn, dude, I gotta add one more guy for classes, which is Mike, man. I just gotta get a hold of him, dude. We have such the opposite time zones that every time I try to get on a call with Mike to like, set this up on a class, we're just always missing each other. I'm like, fuck. So I gotta meet up with him. But I secured two of the biggest guys that I wanted to secure for classes, bro. No, now you guys don't gotta get bored of just hearing my voice, man. Now you guys got Neil, Sherlock. Even I'm attending those classes, man. I think we should all honestly attend if you want to learn, bro. Like, you know, it's never, you know what I mean? Like, it's never just what you learn, man. Like, I honestly, anything I've ever learned in trading, I've gotten it from watching other people, from joining other classes, from just looking at other traders and, picking apart what I like, what I don't like. So, those two guys are at the top of their game right now, every month consistently, right? These guys are putting out really good numbers. Let's check out the monthly recap. But look, man, Mike is fucking 35 trades, 27 wins, 77%, bro. Beautiful. Sherlock, 28 trades, 27 wins. Exactly why I want him here. Fucking Neil, 25 trades, 25 wins. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and Bolovi is another one too that I need to reach out to. Like, I know he was down to do classes as well. And bro, we could have. Let me see. So right now we got every Sunday covered, every Monday covered in February, starting February with Neil, and every Wednesday covered with Sherlock. If we get somebody like on a Friday, I think that'll be fucking dope too. And then just what? One Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. Yeah. Lives Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, Tuesdays and Thursdays. We could find something else to do. And then of course the weekends is whatever everybody wants to do, man. Random live tradings and stuff like that, But the numbers are looking good, man. This month, crypto numbers are looking good as well. Uh, I gotta finish reaching out to those forex guys so I can get some more forex guys in here so we can fix these numbers. After that, I think everything will be sweet, man. Yo, how is that shit looking? All right. So yeah, man. Let's begin. Let's begin. See something. All right. Yo, look at this fucking trade, dude. When I got in, it gave me this, right? Like, no bullshit, because I remember getting like TP1 or two. It gave me small profits, man. Gave me like about 100% or something like on a 75 or 50x. Came back down his stop loss at entry. Played around, fucking stop loss, right? And then just took off. Went to all three TPs. I gotta get better at holding, man. Like that's one of my one of my flaws is that I let things go too fast. Zane, do me a favor, dude. Go to the the stream and let me know if it looks pixelated because I'm looking at it. I think on mine it looks like
On
shit.
YouTube.
Yeah, looks like pure shit right now. Yeah, definitely better quality stream than that because that shit looks horrible on my end.
It's streaming in 720p, so if you get that up to 1080p, that'd be good.
But you know why I fucked up? I think when I was in the settings, I did something that. Damn. All right, I'll fix that on the next one, man. Let me start. Let's do what we do, man, and then we'll fix and play with anything afterwards. So, one, thank you guys for joining. Of course, first and foremost, Sunday preps, man. You guys know how much I love these Sunday preps. This is where we get everything, the ball rolling for the week. Um, this is our way of just kind of getting a nice look at a few charts at BTC, see how what levels they're looking at. It's still holding, man. That's the beauty of Bitcoin. That it's just one of those coins where it's either make strong moves or it'll go sideways for you, dude. Like it'll go sideways for a few days, man. So, and I think it's been doing exactly that, right? Let's go to the chart. Bam. Damn, so I didn't get the double whammy, right? That we I think put what was it 2 weeks ago? I think it was. It was 2 Sundays ago. We were looking at something like this, hoping we get a double whammy where we get a nice bounce off of this nice demand zone. Let me close this over here. Full screen this. Yeah, we were looking for a nice bounce. I wanted to say a double whammy because we had this nice demand zone plus that trend line. I think this is one of the big trend lines, if I'm not mistaken, out of 4 hour. Let me go back and check. Yo, my shit is lag, super laggy right now. So yeah, it's a pretty big uptrend, man. Like that was a strong one. That was one that we drew on the daily, um, and the 4 hour. Now the crazy part is that yeah, we didn't get the bounce right on the trend line, right, and the demand zone. However, we did get a really, really nice bounce, as you can see this day on in our demand zone, right? Like, and mind you, we had this drawn out. I want to say when Bitcoin was doing this, right? Again, almost 2 weeks ago. So count 14 candles back, and that's when we had all these levels drawn out. This is the beauty of TA, right? You get to prep, you get to pick out these levels and see how they react. And if I was paying attention to this a little better, I would have actually, definitely thrown a nice little long in this pocket right here because, yeah, I didn't get the bounce, and again, technically, we got a breakout. So it's obviously something to definitely watch, right? We did, however, like I said, get a really nice bounce off of this demand zone. It's holding, right? I think the last 2 days, it's the weekend, right? Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So obviously not that much volume. That's your normal, weekend volume. Especially after big moves like we've been seeing with all that news. Weekends are very tough to trade Bitcoin, I want to say, because usually, again, don't get too much movement unless something big is happening. Other than that, if we hold, this demand zone, I want to say I'm pretty bullish for the week, right? Because if we do hold this demand zone like it's shown previously that we have, we've gotten really nice hits off of this, right? Nice hit here, went up for a few days, almost came close to it here, ran up, right? Did all of this, came down, and we already had that hit yet again. Actually, here, look, even this day had a really nasty wick, man, all the way, but exactly right in that demand zone, right? Still ended up closing above that trend line, which is why that trend line was still good and valid. And then just recovered from there. So obviously there is a lot of buy pressure here. I want to say in between 40,300 and around 41. We got some pretty good buy pressure. So it's a level that I want to look at this week, right? In case we do just, if we did break trend and it's a daily trend, right? Like, fuck, man, we haven't broke a daily trend on Bitcoin in a while. So, it's expect some kind of downside on this, right? Even from where it's at now, it can easily go from 41 to 40. Not that big of a move. I want to say about 1.5%, maybe 2%, right? Yeah, look, almost 2.5%. Which of course 100x, that's almost 200. That's almost 200%, 230%. So it's definitely a good trade if you can get the bounce, right? If you can either get the bounce or try to get some kind of levels on the short right here, and I would scale down for that, right? Because right now I'm seeing a nice resistance there. I want to say right here. Hold on, this line. So here we have some nice resistance to watch this week. A beautiful, a nice breakout off of this. Like look how weird the candles just that's just again, it's the weekend. It's no volume right now. I'm sure a lot of people are still confused that even though we hit right with the ETF, which I think again I said it last class, I think it was such a big move for us crypto lovers that it just solidifies Bitcoin as a player in the game, right? And when you got Wall Street buying into it, and you got these guys throwing in an ETF now, like it's just solidifying more and more that crypto is here to stay, and that's something I've been telling you guys since we started GBT. And no matter what levels Bitcoin goes to, there will always be buyers. There's always going to be players in the game, whether they're shorting or longing, and this thing is always just it's always going to be something to trade on Bitcoin, right? So that's why I say I don't ever think we're going to go anywhere. Um, but other than that, I mean, everybody, I'm pretty sure, thought we were gonna skyrocket once the news hit. A lot of us did call it out when we said, buy the hype, sell the news, right? Like I was one of them that threw that out there, that knowledge, because it's just from experience, man. Like I've seen Tesla do it, I've seen Apple do it, I've seen Apple release a new product, and the day of, leading up to it, it rises, dude. It fucking flies. I remember the day that they even just threw in the whole flying cars, right? I know, or not flying cars, the Apple's electric car, right? Like that shit flew, man. Like that fucking made Apple jump a few percent, man. I think it was over 10 to fucking 20% in just one day. But then when the news was coming out of it in general, I want to say if they were gonna do it or not, whether I think they agreed to do it or not, it still fell, right? And again, it's happened with other products they brought out. Tesla Model Y when it came out, the hype brought up Tesla so much, and then the day it actually came out, it tumbled. So we had that same thing happen with Bitcoin, right? Like we didn't tumble, I want to say, but had a pretty nasty rejection. God damn it, we had a pretty nasty rejection off of the 48 line, right? Came super close to that 50K, I want to say, right? Like 50K is going to be that level I want to say for us to really break and make those nice runs that I still think we are going to have, right? Like we're just going sideways, man. And all this bouncing off of this demand zone, it's either telling me one or two things, right? Like it's either going to keep tapping until it breaks and comes down, and we've all said it, like these were the levels that we were looking at that I painted for you guys 2 weeks ago when we were talking about the ETFs. We said that if case it doesn't, go through, or if we do have a buy and sell situation or buy the hype, sell the news situation, and we get a nasty drawdown, we're looking at 30K to be that next strong support. And why I say that, because back then 30K was that strong level. Back then when I remember Bitcoin being in these levels, anytime it hit 30K, and you could see it, anytime it went around these levels, dude, you would see just a beautiful spike up for a few days. I mean, look at it here, right? It finally broke. boom, retested right here in that zone, that 30K zone, and just flew, right? Then finally came down, made its new highs of that time, came down, but look where it recovered, right? We ended up recovering exactly at 30K, all the way from 60K or 65K, and gave us new highs. So I'm really hoping that, either we just obviously pick up from here and just fly, which, it's wishful thinking, I want to say, right? Like that's just wishful thinking. Historically, I think we're doing for a nice little pullback, which it'll be great because I'm actually anticipating that pullback, man. I want a nice pullback so I can add to a lot of my coins in my wallet. I feel like I kind of missed out on a lot of them. Even though, again, I showed you guys levels before and prior Sunday preps where it's still early to get in on a lot of these altcoins, right? Like, so it's not too late. But being that Bitcoin is back to 40K, I would kind of like it to be at 30 to really throw some good money on a lot of these alts. That way, when it does recover, does do its thing, and decides to go up to 100K, man, we have a nice jump on a lot of these coins. Um, that's what I've pretty much been doing for the past few months. Ever since I seen we broke that 30K, I told you guys before in the Sunday prep that if we ever broke these levels, this zone 30K, that I was bullish. That's it. That to me we're in a bullish market, and I mean you guys have been seeing these alts, right? Like we're definitely in a bullish market when you have coins hitting 20-30% a day, 10 to 15% a day. Like these alts have been running, man. So that just shows you that people are still interested. Just because Bitcoin isn't moving like that, doesn't mean the other coins won't, right? Like that could also be just like I told you guys before. Not everybody could afford a Bitcoin, right? But fuck, man, if I can afford one Bitcoin, 40,000, I think I'd rather throw that 40,000 into any one of these other alts, into Ethereum, into Litecoin, and spread your, don't put all your eggs in one basket, right? You spread it around. You have a better chance, I think, than just putting fucking 40K one Bitcoin, and hoping that it takes off to 100K. So, there's always gonna be those alts, man. Those alts, I think a lot of people still look at more, and like I said, they're still in levels that just show that they have so much more to gain, right? I think I showed you guys before, like even if we hit all time highs, it's only like 90% or 100 from where we're at right now. Where are we? 40K, right? To all time high. Look, it's not even 100%, man. Unleveraged, right? So I rather, I showed you guys a few weeks back, right? I showed you guys that there are other altcoins that if you invest your money in, right, you're seeing almost 2-3,000% return. Depending on how much money you may put in it. So I'd rather see a 3,000% return than 7 to any day, man. This is why I've been more focused on these other alts and stuff. And like I said, a lot of these alts, even though Bitcoin is halfway to its all-time highs, these other altcoins are still very low, which is showing you that they have time. They have plenty of time to explode. They have time for people to buy in. And the way I've been seeing, some of these top coins, man, Storj was one that I had on my list that I didn't buy, I think because what was it? I think it's a Binance, it's a BNB platform coin. But Storj is one that I've been trading for years since I've had Binance back in the day, and it's I've always seen it perform. I talk about that coin like I do Matic, right? If any of you guys been to these lives, you know that I'm a big Matic fan. Uh, I've always loved Matic. Again, I don't go into the details of who the owner and what their market cap looks like, but I've traded it for years and I've seen its charts, and it's always been one of the steadiest charts that I've traded with good moves. And it's even when all these other coins came down terribly, past their levels that they opened up in, Matic was one to hold. So Matic is always going to be one of my favorites, and Storj happened to be a top runner yesterday or the day before, and I was like, no fucking way. I knew I should have bought into it, but it went up like almost 20% in one day, man. So again, these coins are quietly, you're gonna see each one have its day where it explodes, and that's why I'm always looking at the top runners for my trades, because those top runners, man, they know how to move. When they're top runners for a reason, right? When they're the number one pushing coin in your watch list, look for breakouts, right? Like those are the ones that I look for breakouts. I look for continuation of an uptrend. I look for all my bullish patterns, and I always see something, right? Like I always end up finding something that's been giving us nice trades for the past few weeks already, man. So So yeah, guys. Again, like I said, Bitcoin. We have a trend break. We have a trend break. So I am gonna look at these levels. I think I will probably end up putting, if we do end up breaking this demand zone, I want to put like a nice little entry line, triggered order at about 40,119. In case if we do get this nasty breakout, fuck it, let's write it down. Let's make money on it going down. These are other levels that we looked at right in the past that can possibly, on a daily, even weekly time frame. We looked at these levels 2 weeks ago. We saw that they do hold its own. Really nice, strong support slash resistance areas. So if we do break this level, on the bigger time frame scale, I am looking for, or will be looking for an entry around that level, 40 119. And now these end up turning to TPs, right? These are we're going to be end up turning to TPs, references that I'll use if we do get a breakout. um and then I guess the next part I'm looking for along is either a nice bounce from one of these strong supports, mainly the 30K, right? Like I really, really want that 30K. I just put this trend line right here because this is our overall daily trend line, and we're still having lower highs, right? So even if we do break here and fall, to 30K, we're still in the right trajectory to reach new all-time highs for the year, or to even pass our all-time highs, from the 60s and 70s, right? Because again, if we're still getting lower highs, we can even drop as low as fucking 30K, right? Like even go in the zone, maybe play around, and then start to pick up and give us new higher highs like we've been having, dude. Like, look, this is just a full blown uptrend. Every time we're having new higher lows, we're having higher highs, right? Higher highs every time. Ran higher highs. We got this now as our highest high, 49,000, man. Wow, love it. And whoever caught that short from up there, God bless them, dude. Because that was a mean short. The minute it went to 49, went straight down to what, 42. So that was a big old drop. And like I said, with this trend line right here, I think this was more of a 4 hour. I think this is the real. Let me write that one down. That way we don't forget it and we can see it next week. Um, Daily trend line. All right, so that way I know this is our daily trend line. This one again, I want to say was a 4 hour, if I'm not mistaken. Four. Okay. So yeah, we do have this trend break. So I wouldn't be surprised, like I said, if we just bust down past his demands. I think I will actually throw this short out today. Triggered order. If we do break, I'm gonna have it set up where we catch a nice little short on it. If we do get the break, if not, again, if we don't get the break and we start to recover like we did these days, then shit, man, we're in almost a really clutch entry on a nice longs that again could possibly pick up. We've been bouncing in between these two zones, which is why I had these painted off for days. We almost did break out obviously last week, right? But you know, no can do, came right back down. Didn't really have a full blown breakout over it, right? Like that candle was still right there. So yeah, it's not technically, this zone is still valid, man. So I'm gonna keep pushing this to the right. I'll keep this one here. Like I said, the way it looks at it right now, dude, it does not look good. I mean, today we're obviously having a nasty little drop. Let's look at that 30-minute. Yeah. Oh yeah. Nasty little drop. So, something to watch. Like I said, I am going to put this trade out that if we do hit that line, I want to get on a nice little short and see if we do really do break this, bro, and we start to print on this, man. I'm really, really thinking 30K, guys. Like, honestly, 30, 31K for our next bounce. Um, something that I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on this week. We might have a red week, right? Like, we haven't had one in a while. And with all this running that we've been doing with all these coins, I wouldn't be surprised if we start to see, some red days. It's part of the process, right? Like nothing goes forever straight up. Obviously, what goes up must come down eventually. you know. But again, like I said, it just with proper TA breakouts, with Zane coming out with that new indicator that I can't wait. Oh my God, you guys are gonna love this scalping tool that this man is building. Um, I think it's gonna, that'll help us throughout our day get our shorts, right? That thing is amazing with drawing patterns just like this, wedges, pennants. That if we can catch a few of those, playing it down, going all the way to 30K, 34, wherever it decides it wants to bounce off of, we can still capitalize and profit very nicely. So yeah, guys. Yeah, I think it all depends on really today, man. Like, really, we want to see. Well, no, we still got another day or two. Shit, hold on. Yeah, let's see what happens on Monday. But I highly doubt. And again, you never know which, you know, one day give you a big drop like that, right? So you never know. We might actually see that drop come down earlier than we think.
It's okay, I know.
Yeah, I know, motherfucker. I know you.
Alright, Drew,
Uh,
where's Bitcoin going then?
yeah,
We're
Drew.
going down. Just keep looking for shorts. Every
Drew, look,
pullback right now,
We
just
have a
look for shorts.
nasty break, bro. We finally broke this nasty, like, this uptrend has been on for a while, dude, like very long time, and I think we finally got a clear break. Look at the retest almost, right? And then
Yeah, I
again,
was holding BCH short like for the longest time. It's just oscillating and it finally drops.
yeah,
So
but
I
dude,
already TP'd.
all weekend. That was fucking Bitcoin all weekend, man. Had the weirdest hour candles. I was looking at it yesterday, right? I'm like, dude, it was look. They look like 1 minute candles for hour candles on
It's
Bitcoin,
atrocious.
dude. It was bound to bound to have a pop or a drop, right? Like I thought. I'll be honest with you. I thought it was a pop. I'm like, damn, dude. Last time I seen this,
Yeah.
it's always makes a strong move afterwards. But I've been seeing more pops, right? Look, I would have got crushed right now because that's
If
a
you go to the 15-minute, you'll see those micro of that big ass engulfing candle. Look at it. It looks like if from an Elliott perspective, it
yeah.
looks like an ABC because it looks like it did a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 already,
Mm,
and then it retraced a little. Like if you go all the way to the left,
yeah.
see that big wick on the no,
This
like
one?
right there. Yeah, you see that wick?
Yeah.
That's where the fifth wave ended, and then retraced down and popped a little more, and just a little odd correction up.
Dude.
So, so that whole like it dropped impulsively and consolidated for a long ass time, and then it finally dropped. So, in my perspective, I think it's gonna continue dropping. So I would just short every pullback. I
Yeah.
would short right now. Indicator I'm making it does a trend break on the daily. If you want to take a look, I'm gonna be showing
Yo.
in the chat.
Drew. Wait till you see what this fucking man is creating, bro. Yeah, he showed me an indicator yesterday that he's working on that it's a scalping monster, dude. And we went back and looked at it over and over in different trades, bro. And the way it paints these fucking breakouts, man, like it's on all time frames, dude. Like I want to say, I think Zane, wasn't it more effective on the 5 minute, right? Like I think it was a 5 or the 15.
It's
The
best on the 5 minute,
best
but
on the
you can
5,
adjust
yeah.
the settings for any time frame.
Yep, yep.
I put a
Sick.
picture of it in the stream chat if you want to look at that kitty.
Yeah, how
That's
you
the
do?
Bitcoin of the daily.
Please do. Let me see.
Good. You got a trend break and a retest right now.
How do I go to the messages again? Damn it.
North the upper one because it's a bit
Bam.
messy right now.
Yeah, we said that, right? It's not all lines are gonna be wedged and everything, but yeah, perfect trend line break, dude. Look, retested right there, boop, and now drop. Damn, we might have to call that fucking short. Now it's really tempting me to grab a short on BTC. Look at that shit. It's breaking support as we speak. Next support line I want to say I see is you got something small here, 41, and then next big one I want to say is this one right here. Got some really nice bouncing right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice touches. Very nice touches. And of course, this main one that this was our, one of our fucking points that we looked at 2 weeks ago. And look at that, right? Like, look how it hit off of this line, dude. When was it? Friday. We did this 2 Sunday preps ago. Look at that. I need to start paying attention to my lines, bro. Cause damn, clutch, man. Look, it stayed in the fucking zone, bounced off of that line, not exactly on it, but close enough, and just fucking flew, dude. So yeah, man, I want to say if we start breaking these zones today, right? Like let's see what happens, the next few hours. Um, I'm gonna be pretty bearish this week. I want to say, especially if we break this demand zone, though. This demand zone is a nice one that's been holding for days and days. So if it breaks that, brother, whoo, goodbye, Charlie. Goodbye, Charlie. Nice little, and like I said, it's not a bad thing, right? Like what goes up must come down eventually. You need these pullbacks for people to, get enticed to buy at lower levels and really push up the market to get newer highs. So fuck it, let's ride the shorts this week, man. I'm down. I am down. The only thing I'm scared about is remember, S&P had a really nice run on Saturday, dude.
Oh, went the total opposite way of every other market.
Brother,
It just kept
brother,
lying.
look at my entry. Remember, I put this out that Sunday prep. The minute it rang on Friday, I think it was right. I was like, oh shit. I even wrote you guys like, guys, everybody, dude. I had this alert set since two Sunday preps ago. It broke for a breakout, right? I mean, fuck, man. So that's the only thing that I'm like, I want to see how tomorrow opens, right? Obviously, I want to see how the S&P and the Nasdaq react in the morning to see, man, to see if, hey, if
I
this
think
is
it's
where
gonna
we're.
fall this week.
No,
Everything's gonna fall.
don't say that. Goonies never say die.
No, it's like look at the run up.
But remember,
It's just like
Nasdaq has the same shit, dude. Remember the Nasdaq last week or fucking a few weeks ago that we were like we couldn't even count it. I didn't even know where to put a trend line on that bad boy because it was just what do you guys call that? The impulse wave, right? Wasn't it just like a nasty, nasty
it
impulse
was
wave?
it was very it's very the moves are very like overextended.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
either overextended or really short. So it's hard to read. So the best way to trade that is to scalp it. The only thing you can do.
Yeah, pretty much, man. Damn, we're already open. I'm thinking this shit opens tomorrow. I'm bugging out. Yeah, I'm up. I'm up. I'm up. I'm up nicely on this right now. This is the one on my the funded account that I had. Yo, they gave me a warning that I had like 13 days without trading on it. They're like, "Hey, you got one more day and we're gonna close it." I was like, "Oh shit, I gotta find a trade. I gotta find." I always forget about it, dude. I always forget about the damn funded account. But I'm gonna work it,
Job of passing your funded account, Drew.
bro.
Oh, it's so fucked right now.
What do you mean? What's wrong?
Nah, is it? I don't even want to talk about it.
No.
We're recording every.
Nah, so I had a position on it, and I was in profit, so I was up allowed 1,600, and I left it. I thought I put a stop loss, but I didn't. Well, I did. I thought I moved the stop loss. I didn't. So let's just leave it at that.
Tis 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 Drewski tis tis tis. Nah, you'll get it back, man. If anybody could get it back, it's you, man.
It definitely fucked with that thing. Cause
Did you lose your account or no?
Yeah, I lost it. It's done. Well, you know what's funny? Let me tell you something that's funny, right? So I found $50 in my Robinhood,
Hey.
and I got a call. I didn't realize I had it the whole. I showed you guys. I sent the screenshot 300% on it. I was like, what the fuck? And I sold that shit. I was like, oh shit, I forgot about this. So that kind of made up for it, but it definitely made up for like verification and the fees. But like honestly, I was so tight. I couldn't believe I just fucking have that stop loss in profit.
Jeez, well, that shit, man. You gotta start making these mental notes, man, or setting alerts or some shit, bro. So you don't.
Oh, I'm forgetting I have these accounts.
Every day, Drew, and tell you to make sure to check in your positions. How about that?
Yeah,
Well, right now
let's.
I'm only operating on like Robinhood and this one other account. That's it.
I was gonna set one of those bot reminders to remind you every week. True, don't
I
forget to
always
take
forget
profits,
every
True.
time. Every time.
I have a Drew channel.
Yo. Ah man. So yeah, guys, let me I'm gonna turn this off already. That's it. We're ready. I think did a pretty good prep. got our lines, man. And like I said, I am pretty bearish on Bitcoin if we break these levels. I definitely want to see if we get some kind of reaction like this again because I mean we've been getting nice bounces off of this demand zone, which but again the only thing that scares me is this trend break, dude. And look, now that I scaled it on the 15-minute, it was the trend break. Look at the retest. Perfect retest, right? And then of course this was the weekend just sideways, but it's starting to react today, right? Like a little nasty drop we're getting as we speak. So part of me wants to just short that shit from here, but I'm not gonna do that because I'm not gonna chase this coin, man. I'm gonna chase these candles. I'm trying to set rules, man. I got like a freaking drawing trading checklist next to me that I started to write after one trade that really pissed me off last week. Dude, I was having a nasty habit of longing all of them, bro. Like I had like 4 trades in a row where I longed up here, for the anticipating the breakout, mind you, right? It works every now and then. It worked on Bake yesterday, but I was catching too many of them rejecting, bro. Like, and I was having to DCA each and every fucking play. And out of all of them, only one of them didn't work when I DCA'd, bro. And that shit had me fucking mad, dude, because I'm like, dude, it was such a bad entry. Like the minute I got on, it was something like this where I got on here, and then it was the very next hand that was nice big red one, and then it was just downtime, dude. I think until the next day, down. I was like, wow, my entries are that fucking bad that I picked the perfect trend switch on the dot. Like I happened to long it exactly when the fucking home market switched, or at least the momentum on that one coin, right? So it fucking happens, man. It happens, man. You just can't let that shit get you down, dude. Gotta keep trading. Just keep trading. Just keep trading. Other than that, what coins are you guys on? You guys on anything right now?
I'm on a long on BCH.
Oh, you long, motherfucker. Did you just tell us to short?
Yeah,
Just-
but my DJ is doing a correction play. So
Hey,
yeah, I haven't even touched forex in a while because I don't know, crypto is just printing for me nonstop.
bro, my accounts have gotten. This is probably one of the best years starting I've had with an account in all the years I've traded. Where as soon as January came, bro, my shit like exploded, like almost 9 times my money. And again, I've been going. I think I've been only reason for that. Obviously, I've been almost not degenning, right? Because even the loss that I took, it's not like this shit wiped out my account, right? Like it was took a loss, made up for the next 2 trades, right? And fucking beasted. So I just been having more confidence in my trading, man. I want to say, like I've been, and it's something my brother told me the other day, right? Like he told me a while ago. I'm like, dude, fuck, man, all my guys, I've had guys DM me, dude, like, oh, Kenny, look, I just made 100K on your fucking trade, thanks. And I'm over here making like 1,000 or two. You know what I mean? Like $2,000, $3,000. I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck? So I told my brother that one day. I'm like, yeah, dude. Apparently my guys, they're getting rich off of my fucking trades. It's a blessing, right? Like it's a good thing. But he's like, then why the fuck aren't you making that kind of money on your own trades? I'm like, well, different port sizes and blah blah blah. And I just told him, I'm like, I'm still not fully confident in myself like that, where I'm trimming more than I probably should, and just to be safe. But this year I've been having a lot more confidence, man. Holding trades longer, waiting for that shit to hit TP before I actually trim. And a lot of them I've been trimming at over 100%. So it's and then the runners have been fucking running, man. I'm having a lot of good runners just take off. So it's getting better, man. I'm getting better, thank God. I just gotta still work on the losses. The loss is always gonna be one of those fucking hard things to work on, where you kind of, if you're winning 10 fucking trades and one loss wipes out all 10 trades, you're doing something wrong, right? And I've had that shit to happen to me where I'm like, dude, I just fucking won 10 in a row. Like, how the fuck does one loss, wiped out more than half those fucking gains? And it's just that, dude. It's trying to master that out, right? Like, try not let greed kick in and take over like it always does. Um, Trying to control it, dude. And I think only experience will help us with shit like that. Flow. Flow is a runner. We got Flow running. Yeah, nice breakout. Flow right there. Boom. Yeah, what the hell is Flow doing? Let me check the daily on this. Yeah, I'm gonna disconnect all this other shit because I think it's making my computer super laggy right now, dude. And I don't like this shit moving so slow. Damn, even on the daily, this looks pretty nice. Might just be getting started. And what is already up 3% for the day. Nice, nice demand zone right about here. Alright, yeah, let me disconnect this, man, and just so we can look at some charts, because this shit is slowing me down. Stop recording.